How's it going, everyone? Mike here. October 4th, we're going to do Merch by Amazon sales update. We're going to go, I guess, the first 3 days of the month, and then I'm recording this around noon on the 4th, but we'll talk about today as well. As you can see, 6 sales so far today. But I want to look at the bigger picture. I want to look at, how October has started, and then maybe a few more comments about September, because it did finished strong. It was a very, very strong month. And as you can see here, royalties, if you watched my previous video where I did a summary, or I guess an overview of September total sales and total royalties, September 2021 royalties was the best month for me when it comes to the profits that I've made. As you can see here, these are the US numbers, but when it comes to the number of sales, it was the second best month. So I'll just wanted to flash these numbers very quickly. I did about as you can see here, $7,500 in sales in the US. It was about $8,000 in sales across all the marketplaces, $1,800 in royalties altogether. And like I said, that was the best month for my income, for my earnings, but it was the second best month when it comes to the total number of sales. As you can see here, 389. I can't remember. We'll look up what the total number overall was, and that just wasn't good enough to beat the 580. Now, when we're looking at 580 here, even though those were the US numbers, they were also the total numbers, because back in December of 2018, there weren't any marketplaces offered through Merch by Amazon. Let me just for the flow of this video, let's look at the total sales for the previous month. So it was 443. Like I said, it's still not close to the 580 that I got here. But again, in summary, September was the second best month when it comes to sales numbers, so the number of products sold, and best month when it comes to royalties. Okay, that being said, October started out actually very, very strong. As you can see here, October 1st in the US, I sold 22 items. Total number of in sales was $422.78, and total royalties of $94.50. So that was just amazing. Let's actually look at that date. No, that would be here. Perfect. So 23. So this was the day where I almost cracked. I was short a few pennies, I guess. $100 in royalties, and those kinds of days are always amazing. My total number of sales was 23. There were 22 sales in the US and one in the UK, as you can see. So that was like a very, very strong start to the month. It's dropped off since then, but again, we're just looking at the first 3 days, 3 full days, and then today we'll see. It's actually starting out stronger than yesterday and even Saturday. So we'll see. But again, this is, I think, third week in a row where I haven't had a day that's gone below 10 sales, and it's feeling really, really good. So as you can see, the second on Saturday, I had 14 sales in the US. Yesterday, 11. And today so far 6, like I said, but it's I'm recording this around noon, so we'll see what's going to happen. Before I get to this here, I don't know if you guys have noticed, my 7-day average, it keeps increasing. Now it's increasing by a few, but it's definitely increasing. It's sitting around about 115 to 120. And again, if we go back about 2 months, I was hovering around 50, 60. Like if I was getting into 70s, that was great. This month so far, look at this, 53 sales in the first 3.5 days. This is just the US market for the total amount in royalties of $207. So $207 just in the US, and $1,000 in sales in the first 3.5 days. Now, these are not the numbers that I was, like I said, hitting months ago. So number one, we have to recognize that it's Q4, right? And again, a bunch of these products, again, some of them are best sellers, some of them are better sellers. And then if we get to this day here, we have a lot of new products that are selling. And that's what you guys, especially newer people to merch, will recognize or realize and see and learn about Q4. It is a real deal. It's honestly, people will buy anything because especially if we're talking about Christmas gifts, when it's crunch time, you'll see all your products that, like the ones that you even, let's say you put up as an accident, will be selling. So anyways, I'm feeling really good about October. Let's go back to that previous page and I just want to look at this one more time for a nice transition. 53 sales in the US for this month, and that brings us to 60 total. So again, 3 days, 3.5, 60 sales. So I'm averaging about just under 20 sales a day, which is great. A little less, let's say, 18 or so, but again, that many sales per day and cracking $1,000 in sales, within the first 3 days is just amazing. Okay, let's talk about this quickly. If you haven't noticed yet, today Merch by Amazon has increased the daily upload limit. For me, in tier 20,000, right now I am at 1,200 products. It went from 800 to 1,000 to 1,200. And the discussions that I've had with people over the last, I guess even couple of weeks are basically that it's like, how do we keep up with this? We're definitely encouraged to list to all the marketplaces and as many products as we can. Right now we have 66 products to choose from, and this would be hard to fill if we're just picking one product type. For example, if you're just saying, I'm not listing on anything else except standard t-shirts because I want, out of these 20,000 live designs, I want to have 20,000 different designs all on standard t-shirts because they're the best selling product. I'm going to say that's a little hard to do. My average right now is about, on a really bad day, 20 designs to 800 or 1,000 products, which is manageable, very easy. And right now, on a good day, I was going to say 50 to 60 designs. So there's a big difference, right? If you're doing 50 to 60 designs, you're putting it on 20 to 30 products. If you're doing 20 designs, you're putting that on 50 to 60 products, and that's how the math works. I always thought my goal is, when am I going to hit that 100,000 tier 100,000? Right now, there's no reason for Amazon to tier me up because, again, I still have 15,000 designs left to fill. So now the hard question is, do I really, and that is part of my new strategy, is do I really concentrate on just pumping out as many new designs as I can? But again, I'm sure most of you guys watching these videos, and myself included, we have full-time jobs. If not, a lot of you guys go to school. I'm looking at the YouTube stats and the average age of a viewer for this channel. So you guys either have a job or going to school. So there's no way for us to stay on top of 100, 200, 500 new designs, not products, new designs every single day, unless you already have them ready, and unless you're using some kind of a scalable design with an automation tool. Because any way you look at it, even minimal work to fill these 1,200 slots will take you hours every single day. And for me, I put in a few hours every single day, and I make sure to get this. And I will continue to do that even today, right? I'm already planning, but I'm just saying, when you get to those categories like tier 100,000, which I'm assuming right now, it would be about 5,000 products. That would be your new daily limit. I guess at that point it is a lifestyle, it is a job, it is a full-time job. So you either have somebody working for you, with you, or you're not doing a full-time job and taking care of anyone else during the day. So these numbers are getting serious. I think that's part also that's the, I guess, the most motivating for me, because now I have a goal. I remember being in tier 10 or 25, or even like when I got up to 100 or 1,000, I would always stay on top of my daily limits. I think there was a time when I didn't, but ever since we went to this new system of designs versus products, there hasn't been a day where I, for example, that I uploaded 0. And again, 1,200 is a serious task, but I'm gonna do it. Anyways, I've kind of gone on here, and I'm looking at the time. I've cracked 11 minutes, but I really wanted to talk about that. And then the last thing, I'll just go back to the point of this video, which is a sales update. October is looking great, right? Not a single day, just the US market that's gone under 10 sales a day. And then overall, like I'm sitting, like I said, between 15 and 20 sales a day. That's amazing. That's the average, right? So anyways, we'll see what Q4 brings us. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Like I said, I encourage all you guys, drop a comment. Tell me what tier level you're in, how your sales are going, what you guys are up to. I love to go over that kind of information. And as always, thanks for watching. See you guys soon.